Welcome to the Fitness Oracle Daily Show. I am your host, John Katsavos, and today is M&M Mondays. And we're talking about two myths and misconceptions, actually three myths and misconceptions this week, where we're busting the myth and misconception that are surrounding getting sick and how it can hurt you in the long run and slow your progress down. Now, this is a huge topic and it's filled with different types of um, points of view. I'm going to call them points of view from from the medical industry straight through to personal trainers, straight through to your mom. You're gonna come across 1,000 different variations of what I'm going to talk about today. What I am going to talk to you guys today about are three things that I have personally experienced. I'm not saying that what happened to me will happen to you. However, these are some guidelines that I go through in order for me to understand when I should work out, how heavy I should I work out, and when can I start to work out again? To me, this is the most important thing. And just as a disclaimer, if I do see one of my clients coming in for a training session and they're telling me that they are sick, I will send them straight home. I'll say this, and they know full well that if you are sick, do not come into the gym. There's a specific reason why, and we're going to get into that in today's episode. So, first, we're going to start off with working out before you get sick. Now, I was recently on a podcast. Well, not recently, last year, I was on a podcast with pharmacist Ben Fuchs, and we had a discussion about this. It was specifically time relevant because it was about last October when we had the conversation. And it was just the beginning of the flu season. And he asked me, he goes, "What are my thoughts about working out before you get sick?" And I told him specifically, I don't think it's a good idea for people to work out while they're sick. We'll get into that later. But just before, there's a small period of time where it's important, where you can actually skip that process. And I'm not talking about going to the gym and doing a German volume training session or a heavy pyramid training session where you're destroying your muscles and this and that. What I'm talking about is just getting on the treadmill, getting on the bike, and just getting into a little bit of a sweat just to get the immune system going, just to get the immune system to trigger to say, boom, let's get to work, boys or girls or whatever. Let's get to work. We need to get to work. But you're going on a treadmill and you're not going that fast, and you're just breaking into a little bit of a sweat. So are you tearing muscle fibers? Yes, you're tearing muscle fibers. But are you tearing as many muscle fibers as you would do a heavy pyramid training or German volume training? No, you don't. So the immune system can say, okay, these guys, this is nothing. It'll fix by itself. We don't need to focus on this. But now the immune system has been awakened. It has been energized just a little bit more than normal. You got the blood running through your body, hence the fact that you're sweating a little bit, because what happens when you sweat? Blood rushes to the skin surface, fills up all the capillaries in the skin, and starts to distribute vitamins and nutrients. So this is important. It's an important part. However, it's a very small period. It's a very small window. We have a very small time frame for this. It's not a huge time frame. I'd say it's anywhere between, I'm guessing, I would say like anywhere between 12 and 24 hours before you get sick. You'll get this feeling, and we'll get into the feeling about getting sick a little bit later on in the week, that, you just don't feel right today. Go to the gym, force yourself in the gym, hit the treadmill. 20 minutes, Light, you want to get into a heavy walk to a light jog, just and then chill out for the rest of the day. Don't push yourself. Now, when you are sick, should you work out? Should you go to the gym when you are sick? There's a I remember when I was younger, I remember reading on a big time magazine that in order for you to help you boost your immune system, it's a good idea to go to the gym to help you fight off colds. Listen to the wording that I just said. It's important to go to the gym to boost your immune system to help you fight off colds. It doesn't mean that when you're in bed and sick as a dog and you can't get out of your bed, it's not saying go drag yourself out of your bed and go to the gym. It is not saying that. It is saying it will help you prevent getting sick. So it's a preventative measure. You do this before you get sick. When you are sick, you should stay home for many reasons. If you don't care about the other people, not getting other people sick, that is your prerogative. That is your mental state. And it is what it is. It is what it is. But what will happen is that your immune system is busy fighting this virus that it won't have time to to repair the muscle. The immune system, when it comes into an emergency state, normally it will deal with the most relevant emergency state. Now, the most relevant emergency state for between, be keeping you ambulatory meaning up and walking and functioning as a human being, repairing your muscles, tendons, and joints, or fighting off a virus that you already know how to fight off. Well, guess what's going to go bye-bye? Fighting off the virus. It's going to repair your muscles. Guess what's going to happen? That virus is going to take over a little bit harder. It's happened to me. That's why I'm talking. I'm talking out of experience because this has happened to me because I listened and I misread the article in this big time magazine and I got slammed for 2.5 weeks. I couldn't get out of bed. It was the worst. It was one of the worst flus. I went from being sick, from having a cold to a full-blown flu for 2.5 weeks because I misread an article and I went to the gym and I did a very heavy pyramid training. Well, my brain is like this moron needs to start work, needs to get up and start walking around. So let's shut off the virus part and let's start fixing the muscles. Guess what happened? Mr. Virus came back with a vengeance. So when you are sick, stay home, get better, then go back to the gym. Now, when do you go back to the gym? When you're recovering from the flu. Normally, what I do is I give myself an extra week. We're going to go into exactly why I do this on on Thursday, on Throwback Thursdays. Because if you don't give yourself the proper amount of time to get back after recovering from a flu, it's still lingering a little bit. And if you do what I said in the last segment, well, the flu is going to just come back. And it has happened to me. And this is why I'm saying all this, because I'm talking from personal experience. So normally I give myself a week just to be in the safe side. Some people are like 2-3 days after they recover from the flu that they're or a common cold that they give themselves 2 or 3 days and then they get back to the gym. When you do go back to the gym, it's not a good idea to kill yourself again, to start really pounding the weights. Take it easy. Do some light resistance. Do some light cardio, quote unquote cardio, or treadmill, whatever, elliptical, whatever, light, just to get the immune system that extra little umph to help it boost that little, to give that immune system a little boost to help, kill off whatever is lingering, might be lingering inside your body. So you're working with your immune system rather than, when you're fully healthy, you can kill it and just the immune system can just focus on giving all the muscles and tendons and the joints all the proper nutrients that it needs with blood flow and all that great stuff. So just keep those three factors in mind, because I've destroyed myself when it came to that in the past. So many times I've eaten it. And only now in my mid to late 40s, I'm realizing, oh man, what a kind of, oh wow. I was a special kid. That back in the day, I was a special kid. Hopefully, someone's listening to this or watching this and they won't make my mistakes. And that's the whole point of me doing all this. Tomorrow, moving forward, tomorrow, we're going to be releasing an episode with Jerry Fu from Adapting Leaders. And we're going to be talking about how he's been able to use his experience as a pharmacist to help facilitate leadership workshops and bring coaching services to individuals. He creates keynote presentation, helps people with keynote presentations, group workshops. So he's a very inspirational young man, and it was good to talk to Jerry. This episode happened back in June. Fallen behind quite a bit with stuff on purpose. There's a reason for it. So tune into that. Grab a pen and paper as always when you're listening to the long form episodes, because my guests have amazing content, tips, tricks, and tricks that you can implement in your own life. And just because you're not doing a presentation doesn't mean that you can't take those tips and tricks and implement them into your own life. Because remember, you're the CEO, you're the president of your own life. And you should be able to level up, right? This is why I'm doing this, to help you guys level up, to get you to the next level. Regardless of all that, I just want to thank you guys all for watching this episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it and you picked up some useful information. If you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and share this with people who you may think that need it. If you're listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, iHeartRadio, or whatever streaming service that you use, please give us a 5-star rating and a positive review, as it will help us reach out to more people that are suffering from mental health issues. But before you go, I'd like to invite you to keep this conversation going by signing up to your free account at PodInBox. Over the years, we have discovered that in order for us to achieve the greatness that we are destined for, we can't do it alone. And in order for you to find your place back in this world, we've come across this amazing tool called PodInBox, where we can get together and discuss this topic even deeper. All you have to do is click on the link in the show notes and sign up for your free account and find out for yourself how powerful community really is. Until Wednesday, you guys have an awesome day, and I hope you enjoy my interview with Jerry Fu.